Hello, everyone. We are very happy to see you today. Thank you so much for joining us at the Unicorn Battle, United Kingdom and Europe. I would like to give a floor to my wonderful colleague, Anna Fedorova, CEO of Unicorn.Events, to make a short introduction. Anna, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you so much. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, we're heading all the way down to our Unicorn Cup, and we are in Europe. Back in Europe, you have seen Central and Eastern European startups. Now we are going other way in Europe, UK, and all the rest of the Europe that is not Central and Eastern European. Welcome to our wonderful event, which is a part of the Unicorn.Events, the world's largest startup pitch contest. This season, we are doing geography-focused battles. And we are today, as Julia said, for the Unicorn Battle UK in Europe. We had received lots and lots of applications from wonderful startups, but you will only see 11 best ones that will pitch live to our VCs, business angels, and corporations that are right now in our jury board. Our event is happening thanks to our sponsors. We greatly appreciate our platinum sponsor, Network VC, the management company of our global ecosystem and main center of our venture activities. Our golden sponsor, Silicon Valley Syndicate Club. If you want to invest into the startups that win our unicorn battles, together with other VCs and business angels, click on the CVCY logo at our event page and join us to participate in great deals. And thank you, our silver sponsor, Startup Inc. It's an investor onboarding and management platform to get an access to the exclusive deals worldwide. We have been friends with you for many years already, and now we need your support. Our head company, Network VC, had created a special fund to invest into the Ukrainian startups. Please follow the link to become a part of this great opportunity and provide your support. You know that the most of the team that does Unicorn.Events are Ukrainian girls and boys, so please support Ukrainian startups. We're standing strong with Ukraine and hoping for the victory to come very, very soon. Every Thursday in April, May, and a little bit of June, we will be broadcasting our wonderful unicorn events worldwide, where best innovators, extraordinary innovations are showcasing themselves in front of the great audience. The winner of today's online unicorn battle will participate in the Unicorn Cup Finals, June 16. It will be a great happening with VCs, prominent startups from all over the world. So please mark the date in your calendar. You cannot miss it. Unicorn.Events, let me introduce you to this wonderful entity that I'm CEO of. It's an open competition where successful startups pitch for private investors and venture funds. We are the world's largest startup pitch competition by geography and the number of the events held already. We shed a light on the best startups since 2009 and do our events on a regular basis all over the world. Join us to see the best solutions and meet great personalities. We are on air every Thursday and we do a great job. We don't stand in the middle. Everything is free for the startups and the investors. They just make. We have a lot of wonderful investors who are happy with us, a lot of wonderful startups who are even more happy with us, and lots of business angels who join our community every event. So if you would like to interact directly with the VCs, with the angels, with the prominent startups, be part of our events, it's absolutely all possible. We like making people happy and we'll continue to do this no matter what. Because one of our advantages is a great network of our partners that do unicorn pitches with us. That is state, country, or city pitch events for local startups to give them better chances to meet top VCs from all over the world. So if you lead a startup community or VC community, business angel community, doesn't matter what, please contact me directly and we will chat about it some more. And I'm welcoming you to our great family of partners network that amounted last year 1 million users. So welcome once again to the Unicorn Battle UK in Europe. Our wonderful host for today is Julia Osaulenko, who is also CEO of Unicorn.Events. We are multi-focused girls right now because of the situation in Ukraine. And so, Julia, please tell us what wonderful people you have gathered together at this event.
Thank you so much, Anna. It's my pleasure to be in touch with such wonderful representatives of venture capitals, capital firms, accelerators. And it's my pleasure to announce our partners who are helping us greatly. The accelerator is Michael Conniff, In Mind, Startup Norway, Capital Enterprise, and P4 Precious Medicine Accelerator, whose representatives are together with us today. Besides our partners, we have a wonderful official judges and expert board. Anna, could you please help me with the introduction of our official judges?
Sure, it's my pleasure, Julie. Yes, we have 4 categories of judges that will help us to select who will be the winner today, because the judges, you will be evaluating startup investment potential and official judges. I will also do a little interview after startup pitches. You will tell me who is your favorite. So please make notes and I will talk to you. But right now it's your moment of glory. You have a little bit of time to introduce yourself, what industry you invest in, what geography, what's your sweet spot in investing. And I would like to start with our wonderful CEO, Alexander Soroka, who is CEO at Network VC. Alexander, thank you for waking up so early in the morning. I know it's 5 o'clock, well, 7 o'clock in California, whatever, it's really early in California. Glad to see you. Alexander, I had seen Alexander. Maybe he has some technical problems. Okay, let's go on. Please welcome official judge representing Luca Johanna Baumhauer, official judge representing Germany. Luca is working in the business development team of MasterCard. So wonderful to have you with us, Luca.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having me. I'm very excited to meet some of the startups and fintechs. So I had already scrolled through and I think there are quite a few interesting players. To give you a background, we work very closely with fintechs and neobanks, building kind of from an advisory approach, a joint value proposition to push it in the market and grow fast to the next unicorn. So with that, I guess I give it over to the next panelist.
Wonderful. Glad to have you with us. Welcome. Please meet official judge representing England, United Kingdom, actually. Luigi Meschini, he's head of Accelerator Funding Network at the Accelerator Network Ltd. Hello, Luigi.
Thanks a lot for inviting me today. Yes, I represent the UK, even if I'm Italian. I work in the UK. I head of Accelerator Funding Network. That is the department of the Accelerator Network where we support our startups on the seed round. So we select the best startups in a bunch of 8 different accelerator programs that we run several times per year, from pre-seed to Series A and Series B. I'm in charge of only on the seed stage. And the main focus are B2B SaaS businesses, not a particular geography. We work in the of course UK, Europe, but we had also some startups that is from abroad. Thanks again, and really looking forward to hearing all the startups today.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we will enjoy what we will hear in the next couple hours. Welcome. Please also give your best regards to Jana Honcharova. She's will be representing Norway today. She's head of Scale Up Studio Accelerated Startup Norway. Hello, Jana.
Hi, Anna, and thank you for having me here. Super excited to see all the startups. So as Anna mentioned, I'm sorry, heading up Scale Up Studio, which is our personalized accelerator program for pre-VC startups, and I'm venture capitalist by background myself. I worked for Incov Capital, which is 500 million euro VC fund focused on European Series A tech companies.
Welcome, Jana, to our official judges board. And please welcome a great friend of Unicorn.Events, Kai Grunwald. He is founder and principal at Walking Squid BV and representing Netherlands today. Hello, Kai.
Good morning. Hello, Anna. Hello, everybody. I'm actually on the West Coast this week, so a little bit earlier than the usual time. Very happy to be here. Very happy to see that you guys are going strong and still rocking the house here. Happy to be part of it. Want to wish good luck to everybody. What I'm doing is I'm involved in a couple of syndicates, mostly focused on the games industry, a little bit of food tech as well. Yeah, good luck, everybody.
Wonderful. Thank you, Kai, for coming again. And please welcome Fausta Pavesio. She will be representing Italy today. Fausta is angel investor and has been named among the 50 most influential European women in startup and VC. Hello, Fausta. Sorry for not having you on the board, but you declined, but we are glad that you made it today.
No problem. Probably I had some issue with the email, but no problem at all. Thank you very much anyway for inviting me. I'm really happy to be here. As you mentioned, I am an angel investor. I have been working with startups since almost 15 years now. Even if lately I am investing mostly with the Startup Wise Guys Italian vehicle. Startup Wise Guys, as you may know, is a Nordic, Northeastern fund, very active and popular in the Nordics, in the Baltics, and in the Eastern Europe. And they decided to come south, and starting with Italy 2 years ago. So we actually fundraised to start a vehicle here in Italy called Startup Wise Guys Italy, and we are investing as other mainly in B2B SaaS. I am personally also investing and interested in fintech, and I am a strong supporter of women entrepreneurs, any kind of business they are approaching. So thank you very much again, and looking forward to listening to the pitches.
Wonderful. Thank you, Fausta. Thank you for supporting women. We can do great things. We know that. And welcome to our Unicorn Battle. And please welcome official judge representing France, Denise Rabatte. I hope I pronounce it right. And my French is really bad. Denise is a lead investor at INNO Angels. Hello, Denise.
Hi, Anna. Hi, everyone. I'm very happy to participate to this event. At INNO Angels, we invest in different ways than investors in equity. We invest directly skills into the projects. We focus on early stage projects in very, very small projects, not big projects, but we are crucially improve the process inside this project by having an ROI on sales and not on equity. So we lower the risk to our other partners who are equity investors. And we are mainly open to startups in the European Union and maybe USA. We did not tackle the USA market now, but it's possible.
Okay, wonderful. You're in the right spot. Just what you had asked for. So enjoy the event. And we have also wonderful expert board judges who will also help us to find the winner, right, Julia?
Yeah, please meet our expert board representatives who play a significant role in the destiny of startups. And with their help, we'll find out today who will be the winner. And I see that we still have some time to continue an introduction. Dear expert board judges, in order to introduce yourself, please click raise hand button and the floor will be yours. Yeah, I see Gary Fowler. Please.
Yeah, no, it's great to be here again today. I love the unicorn battle. My name's Gary Fowler. I'm a serial entrepreneur and investor. I've done 17 startups. I had an exit last week, Eva, that I founded with David Yang, exited last week. Love AI and quantum computing. I'm the CEO, co-founder, and president of GSD, Get Shit Done Venture Studios, a premier AI and quantum venture studio located in Silicon Valley. We have a 15-week acceleration program, and we also invest through GSD. So it's great to be here and great to see some familiar faces today. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary, for joining. I see Jim Thomas. Happy to see you.
Great to be with you guys this morning, as always. Just love what you guys are doing and the strength to keep going through all these difficult times. My venture firm invests in technology that makes the planet better as we look to other planets. The average check size is usually 500,000 to 5 million, and we call it seed to success. We love to help companies out through that valley of death and really accomplish everything that they can, help them get into commercialization, and then help them with later rounds. So great to be with you guys.
Thank you, Jim, for joining us. I see Kelly Lou. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Anna. Glad to see you again. Thank you, Anna, Alex, and Julia for having me. Hello, everyone. My name is Kelly Lou, founder and investor of Mans International, based in Toronto, Canada. And we also have an office in Shanghai, China. We're interested in the B2B technology companies with artificial intelligence, IoT, and advanced material solutions in the manufacturing, smart living, and medical sectors. And good luck to all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Always happy to have you on board. Victoria Miran. Hi.
Hi, everybody. This is Victoria Miran. I'm a venture partner at the Expert Dojo. We are the biggest accelerator fund based in Southern California, and we are more like a growth studio that invest in a companies that on a growth roadmap, and they want to use us as a launchpad to the US. We invest a small check size in the beginning of the 50 to 100K, and then we follow up with a 1 million check later. Looking forward to seeing great pitches today. Best of luck to everybody.
Thank you, Victoria. Albina Todorova, please.
Thanks a lot, Julia. Hi, everyone. Great to be part of this amazing community. My name is Albina Todorova. I work for Rabobank's Food and Ag Innovation Fund as a venture partner for Europe and Israel. We support amazing food tech and ag tech startups in Europe, Israel, and North America. And we invest in Series A+, starting our initial check size starts from 2.5 million. And if you work with or else with food and ag tech startups, would be very curious to hear from you. Thanks a lot, and looking forward to everyone's speeches.
Thank you, Albina. Great to have you on board. Gabriel, the floor is yours. Sorry for waiting.
Thank you, Julia and Anna. Great to see you as always every week. Very grateful, to be part of this amazing community of experts, investors, venture capital, amazing startups every week. So yeah, from my side, I'm based between Colombia and Switzerland. I have 2 ventures. One is Mobile Your Life, where we raise capital for innovation the last 6 years. Then I started investing as an angel in startups and funds. And now the new venture, the new baby is a new fund based out of Luxembourg, Urano Capital, aiming to invest in a deep technology approach and also helping to transition to renewable energies, decentralization, and innovation. So happy to be here, and also my support to Ukraine as always. And yeah, glad to be here.
Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you so much. So we can proceed further. And I'll explain how we will vote for our participants today. So as you already know, we have 4 categories of judges, and you have to vote for all of our participants because your vote matters. Based on your voting marks, will be defined who will be the winner today. And you all received your voting links. So to start voting, please be sure that you are logged in your profile and you see the logos of startups and the marks beneath. And 5 is the highest one. So we are hoping that you will be completely satisfied with today's participants. Before we'll introduce our startups, I would like to remind you that we are not recommending to mention any fundraising out loud because we are broadcasting live and some countries may have restrictions on this regard. You'll have 3 minutes, as you already know, for pitching and 3 minutes for questions and answers from our wonderful judges. I wish you good luck, and let's start from our first startup. It's startup Koala from Spain, and Rafael Rubio will be presenting today. Are you ready,
Julia.
Rafael?
Yes, already. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be presenting. Let me just share my screen. Can you see it?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, perfect. So I'm happy to be here presenting. I'm going to present you with I'm co-founder and CEO of Koala, the ultimate checkout solution. So, oops, it's not working. There we go. Okay, so data shows that up to 70% of users abandon their shopping cart before finishing their purchase, and there is a lot of money recoverable through up to $18 trillion recoverable through checkout, through checkout optimization and due to abandoned checkouts. Now, this same data suggests that up to 61% of the reasons are due to are related to the checkout, right? Because either the checkout is too long or too complicated, they need to create an account. I think we have all experienced this. I don't trust the store with the credit card information and so on. Now, from the user side, we've seen a big decrease in terms of loyalty programs, and this is because siloed loyalty programs, independent loyalty programs per store have become obsolete. The user has become more and more dynamic, and just pure discount-based programs are no longer enough. Consumers are demanding more than that. They are demanding benefits that provide rational and emotional satisfaction, and they are looking especially for a lot more personalized experience that goes beyond having just a loyalty program in a single store. So what we present, our solution is Koala, which is a dual problem solving for these 2 problems, right? Which is a free browser extension that allows the users to skip the checkout process with a single click and rewards them for shopping in their favorite stores. So with a single click, the user can check out at the same time as get some money back for shopping in their favorite stores. This for the brands, of course, the value proposition is the unique offering of reducing checkout friction, maximizing conversion rate, and creating loyalty through cashback. So this, you can see an example of what a traditional checkout would be, and then with Koala, it's with a single click. Very important part for both users and brands is sustainable shopping. So we are partnered with Ecology, a UK company that is planting trees with every transaction that is done through Koala. As we can see in the data, our users and in general e-commerce are very interested in conscious shopping. So we're making sure that we also give a little bit back. Our goal is to become the complete end-to-end checkout solution. So we're starting right now with the one-click checkout solution and cashback. So that's adding loyalty and reducing checkout friction. But our vision is to become the ultimate end-to-end. So a user will be able to look for the products with Koala, save with Koala, check out with a single click, offer buy now, pay later, insurance, savings account, etc. So owning the entire product. This is kind of the ecosystem that we have thought. So getting brands that want better loyalty, that want more loyalty, and users that want a better UX, and creating that loyalty through improved user experience through this different offering of services. We have been going for about 2 years. We have done up to 4 million euros in GMV for our brands with an average order value of around 50 euros and with a growth rate of 16% monthly. We are with more than 3,000 stores, including 32 of the top 50 in Spain. And we think we are in a fantastic market. More than 322 million shoppers for chosen markets of Spain and Latin America. We want to become the leader in the Spanish-speaking world. We see a lot of acquisitions and big tech, fintech companies going into this market. So we are very excited to be in it. Thank you so much. I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Rafael, for being in time. Strict timing.
No
So,
problem.
dear judges, in order to ask questions, please click a raise hand button. I see our first question from Fausta, please.
Yes, I would like to know who is your most important competitor?
So there's two different ways of answering this question. I will answer it the best way I can. So the biggest competitor we have is Honey in the US, very well known probably by all of you. It's got acquired by PayPal. Honey is for now concentrated in the US and the UK. They do have some interest in the rest of Europe, but this is a completely new market, new product. So there is still a lot of market to be taken, especially in Latin America. There is no presence of almost no one, with the exception of Brazil. So I would say that is our biggest competitor or most important competitor. Our more direct competitor is a coupon company called Leti Shops. They're from Eastern Europe, I think from Ukraine actually, and they have a presence in Spain. They have around 1 million users. Just in comparison with size, we have around 150,000 users.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I see the next question from Luca.
I'm wondering, how is the CO2 footprint calculated when checking out? You said you have a partnership in place, but I would like to understand the logic behind it because it sounds interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. So we don't currently calculate that's the goal. The goal is to calculate the exact, right? So if you order something that is coming from China, you would pay, you would plant more trees or do a little bit more carbon offsetting and with the exact purchase that you do. So if you're ordering from Spain and it comes from Spain, you pay less, and if it comes from China, you pay a little bit more. That's the idea. That's the vision. For now, we are not able to do that. So all we have done is partnership with Ecology, which is a UK startup that are funding, just working on carbon offsetting by funding ecological projects in different parts of the world. So what we do is, for now, we plant a tree with every single transaction that is done through Koala. So every time a user plants a tree, makes a transaction, we pay this carbon offsetting to Ecology.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a question from Jules.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yep. You're audible.
Can you see me? You can't see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay. Good morning from Silicon Valley in California. Rafael, nice job. I had a question, just trying to understand the business model. Does the consumer need to have a relationship with Koala prior to a transaction, or does it automatically pop up with vendors that you're working with?
Right. So the user does. Thank you for the question. Maybe I missed that part. Yes, absolutely. The user needs to install the extension. So that is one of our main goals, right? To get users to install Koala in the browser extension. Now that we're working on the one-click checkout solution, so that's currently still not live. We started just being a cashback extension, same as Honey, which I'm sure you know. That's now, right? So the user does have to install Koala for it to pop up and for it to function in the store. But from now on, actually, Koala, once we integrate with the stores and with the one-click checkout, we will actually be in the checkout of the store. So the user will be able to grow also from that side. So the user won't have to have Koala installed. So same as, let's say, in the US, there is Bolt, or we all know Klarna, of course. So similar to that.
Thanks.
Thank you. So the last quick question from Jana, and we will move to our next startup.
Yep. Rafael, so I have a question. You mentioned that you plan to move into savings and potentially taking care of more financial needs of your customer. Where does it leave you with like banking licenses, regulatory framework? What licenses you plan to apply, and in which countries?
So it would be through a partnership. So just fully transparent answer. For now, we are thinking of a partnership. We are in talks with some of the top European neobanks. So it would be just through a partnership with them initially. We haven't really thought further ahead in order for the in terms of the licensing and which countries we'd like to go in.
Okay, thank you so much, Rafael, for your pitch. And
very
we are
much.
moving to our next participant. It's a startup VR Direct from Germany. Dr. Rolf, please, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Great to see you. I hope you can see my screen.
Yeah.
I assume so. Okay, so thank you for having me. My name is Rolf Willenberger. I'm the founder and CEO of VR Direct. As you can tell, we are from the virtual reality space, or better said, we are doing metaverse these days. So what are we doing in this space? Let's first start with talking about the market. I think you all have an opinion about the metaverse, but it's pretty obvious that it's going to become a huge market opportunity, not only for B2C, but also for B2B applications. This is a map from BCG outlining the different business areas that will be transformed by metaverse technologies, and it's going to become a huge market opportunity. So what are we doing? We're basically solving two key problems for our enterprise customers. That is the creation of content, and second, the distribution of content. This sounds easy, but it's quite tricky to master if you consider that there are various different platforms in that space competing for market dominance and are pretty incompatible. I'm talking about Meta, Pico, HTC. So this is a very tricky space, and we're actually the one platform that allows to distribute your projects to the most distribution or platforms or ecosystems. Besides, it's super easy to use. So the best way to think about it is like PowerPoint for VR. We are almost exclusively focusing on large enterprises as customers. So Siemens and Nestle are using our platform as their standard VR solution across the organization. You see the little app logo on the graphic, that these are the VR hubs of these companies, which are operated by us. What we also do is we build custom white label solutions. We've done so for Deutsche Telekom. So the virtual reality offer, which is called Telekom VR Tour, is as a white label solution on top of our tech stack. We've had pretty good track record, especially after Corona. I think Corona has acted like a bit of a catalyst, if that's a correct word, for our technology. So we've grown our MRR quite a lot. We almost exclusively focus on blue chip customers, where we were able to attract quite a bit, and were awarded also as a global innovator startup by the World Economic Forum. And we've done so with German engineering and a very cost-efficient baseline. Our vision is today we are a somewhat de facto standard for VR project at enterprises. But we believe that the space was going to become a huge market opportunity. It's going to attract more and more businesses, also consumers. And we want to build a leading software solution to create, manage, and distribute VR projects. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dear judges, it's time for questions. Yeah, I see the first question from Luigi.
Hi, thanks a lot for the presentation. I was just wondering if you could explain a bit more how you are different from your competitor. What's your key point, key advantages? Because I didn't get that part.
Yes, absolutely. So the key differentiator from a lot of what you see in the market is that we are providing a dedicated software infrastructure, meaning on the input side, it's software that you can install, which is key if you want to work with large projects. Most of our competitors are just operating in the web layer, which is not where professional enterprises want to create large-scale projects. Same on the output side for the ecosystems that I've just been talking about. We are operating native apps, a native player app for all of these ecosystems, which is absolutely key to ensure proper user experience on these devices. and the cloud infrastructure in between is our own proprietary cloud. So most of the competition that you see in that space is a pure web play, which will never be able to handle large enterprise projects.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The next question from Kai.
Hi, thanks, Ralph, for a good presentation. I have a couple of questions around the business model. If you can briefly talk about it. I know that I guess there's a SaaS component there, but is there also some, agency-like components where you actually create projects for clients, and what's the split between the two, if there's?
Yes, there is. Our target operating model is a pure software SaaS license model with typical SaaS operating margins like 80% or 90% or more. The reality today is that we do have non-recurring business to complement that, because it's just important at these big enterprises to offer some kind of a full service. So our split between recurring, non-recurring is about 60-40 recurring to non-recurring.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We still have a time for short question if anybody have or suggestions. If no, thank you so much, Rolf. And we are moving to our next participant. So let me introduce our next startup, FinAdvance from Finland. And the presenter will be Pratik.
Thank you, Julia. Good evening, everyone. I'm Pratik, founder and CEO of FinAdvance. We are a team of young scientists and engineers based in Finland who are advised by this really excellent group of advisors who have made numerous exits in biotech and medtech industry. The challenge what we are trying to solve is this very expensive and time-consuming drug development part, which you might know for every single drug on the market, it has taken more than 10 years and upwards of $2 billion on an average. The problem comes when we use a number, in Europe alone, we use more than 10 million animals a year to do these preclinical safety tests. What happens is we end up developing drugs which are excellent for animals, but they fail more than 90% of the time in clinical trials. At FinAdvance, we are developing a hardware platform which allows us to grow miniature human organs, not all of them, but quite many, the most important ones, like the brain, the liver, and the gut. And the pharma and the biotech industry is then able to do their preclinical testing on our platforms instead of using animals. Our platforms are orders of magnitude better than the existing platforms used by the pharma currently, and they meet or exceed the animal biology which is observed in the nature or in the pharma research. Our science is proven, and with more than 9 patents filed, and the first ones have started to being granted, and already a small amount of revenue being generated by our US and Asian pharma customers, we are now rapidly expanding to cover most of the global pharma industry. Now, the global pharma industry spends more than $150 billion annually on preclinical research. This is the work which is done without any FDA regulation, and this is the area where we are expanding. We are an order of magnitude higher throughput than our closest competitor, and we are compatible with existing pharma automation, which makes us stand apart from every other competitor out there. This also made us the youngest EU-funded startup till date. We are 21 people based in Finland, and now we are looking to expand in US and Japan. I will skip the fundraising slide, and if you would have any questions, I can take them now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pratik. Dear judges, if you have any questions, please. Yeah, I see the first question from Jules.
Good morning again. Nice presentation. You put up a lot of competitors there. I'm wondering if you can dig in a little bit on why your product is better than all those others. What's your differentiators?
Definitely. Thanks, Jules. Most of the competitors take a very engineering approach, and they have built heavily robotics focused platforms, which do represent the biology quite well, but they are not in any way acceptable by pharma. So that's why, even though they are technically not beating us anywhere, but they have the technology out there. So that also comes from the pharma like AstraZeneca, who has tested these platforms and still chose to work with us.
Thank you. I see the next question from Luca.
Thanks for the pitch. My question is around your key customer or target group. Is it more the big players like AstraZeneca, or are you concentrating on a specific vertical within the segments you covered your product? So I suppose it would be around the product basically.
Yes, that's also a very good observation, Luca. The traditional pharma, the big pharma is very traditional, and it's very difficult to change them. For them, it's if they are using 100 mice in a day, they are okay with that. But it's mostly the mid-sized and really fast-paced biotech startups who have to show that, okay, this drug is ready to go to clinical trials, and they don't have the money to spend on 10,000 animals in a month. They are the ones who are very, very quick to adopt our platform. And they are also the ones which are bringing us to insight of the bigger pharma. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, I see Alexander joined us. Hello, Alexander. It's very early in Silicon Valley. Great to have you on board.
Yes. My question is, if you know the startup area in California, and if it is your competitor?
No, I think they work mostly on the cellular side. So they are one of the customers. So they have to put their biological tissue or biological material on a hardware. So that's where we come. So most of the startups who are in this field, they focus on improving the cells to look much more like the human tissues, but they still need a hardware where they have to grow these cells or grow these tissues. So they end up becoming our customers or close collaborators. But thankfully.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. The time is up. Thank you, Pratik, for your presentation. And we are looking forward to our next presenter, startup HoloLink from Denmark. It's our winner from the Unicorn pitches in the Netherlands and Denmark. Lucas, are you ready for pitching? You are muted.
Yes, now I'm not muted. I am ready. Thanks for the nice introduction. So, you've all heard of the metaverse and virtual reality, where you need to put on goggles, but there's actually a much bigger potential in adding a digital layer to the real world through the smartphone, and this is known as augmented reality. And that is the most powerful digital medium ever. But creating AR is time-consuming, expensive, and requires the end user to download an app for each experience. And that's the problem that we are solving with HoloLink, an intuitive, web-based, all-in-one platform for both creation and distribution of interactive AR experiences. We have built an intuitive drag-and-drop web-based editor that enables anyone to create, and our own web-based viewer that enables the experiences to be accessed via the web browser instead of having to download an app. And that could, for example, be a cool AR business card like this one, or student presentations, AR quizzes, or AR-enabled products, or even augmented reality product presentations. Essentially, what WordPress did for websites, PowerPoint did for presentations, that is what HoloLink aims to do for augmented reality. We're a strong team based out of Copenhagen, Denmark, with more than 80 years of combined experience creating world-class software. Our place in the market is that we enable easy creation of the experiences that can be distributed using any channel, because they can be accessed through the built-in web browser. The business model is straightforward B2B SaaS with packages for both the B2B industry and the education industry. AI is estimated to be a $1 trillion market by 2030, and there's also strong growth, especially for AI, in the education market. We have more than 1,700 users from 80 different countries. These are some of them, and we have also partnered with resellers that gives us access to over 1.5 million potential customers. This year, we've seen 185% increase in monthly signups, and just in the last 2 weeks, we've gotten 166 new paying users through AppSumo. We are raising a seed round at the moment. We have 30% committed, and we're doing this to build a commercial growth team and to reach these goals that I have listed over here. So essentially, we have taken the world's most powerful digital medium, which is augmented reality, and made it really easy for creating interactive experiences for this that can be distributed on any device through the built-in web browser. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Luca, and great for being in time. Dear judges, any questions or suggestions to Lucas? Just a moment. The first question from Luigi.
Lucas, thanks a lot for the presentation. I was just wondering, in the last slide, you mentioned that you are looking for students to use your app. Instead of normal, B2B clients. Can you expand a bit more about this strategy?
Yeah, so our go-to-market is based on 2 pillars. One is for B2B, which these are examples of, for example, L'Oreal, where we're helping them augment their product, shampoo bottles, or Holmrace, where we make it easy for them to add an AI layer to their furniture. For education, we're essentially building a Kahoot competitor. So we enable the students to share their knowledge in a much more engaging way by creating augmented reality experiences instead of, for example, a PowerPoint. And this is also a testament to how simple and intuitive we've built our editor platform.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Lucas.
Thank you.
The next question from Kai.
Yeah.
Hi, Lucas. Thank you.
Hello.
Good presentation.
Thanks.
The questions, how big is the team right now? And also, are you planning on integrating into any other development platforms like Unity, etc.?
Yeah, so this is a team right now. Half of them are developers working on the technology, and then we have a project manager, UX, and me doing all marketing and sales, and that's also why we are raising money to build out the commercial growth team. So that's the team at the moment. Then you asked about further integrations. We have looked into integrating with, for example, Unity, but Unity is really aimed at creating like apps, and that's not what we do with our platform. And our target is also not people who can create things with Unity where they know how to code, for example, C#. We're really looking at sort of like the long tail of the, 80 or 90% of the world population who can't code. So we want to enable all of those people to be able to use the augmented reality medium. I hope that answered your question.
Thank you so much. And last quick question from Michael Conniff.
Hi there. Thank you. Very, very interesting. Appreciate it. I'm wondering what you have learned from users, what they're using it for, and also whether they are using it to post on TikTok, Instagram, things like that, and where the traction comes from, and also where does the community that grows around this live?
That's a very big question. I could talk for hours about that. Let me try and just break down for you shortly. So what we have learned from the early users is that the user interface needs to be really intuitive, and we need to build a very simple yet educational onboarding journey, because a lot of people haven't created AI before, and they're coming to our platform and creating AI for the first time. Then I'm going to see if I can, the community that we actually haven't built a community where we have connected our users yet, but that is something we're looking into to do later this year. And then you asked about Snapchat and TikTok. Those platforms have their own tools for creating AI experiences. I have them listed here, for example, Lens Studio for Snapchat and Spark AI for Instagram. So our focus is not on enabling people to create videos that they can share on those platforms. Our focus is more on enabling them to actually create fully like interactive AI experiences, like, for example, the business card or the product presentation. So actually using the medium itself instead of a video recording of the medium, which is what you might be used to seeing from LinkedIn, for example.
Lucas,
I'm sorry,
Michael,
go ahead.
sorry, very sorry for interrupting, but still we have strict timing and you can proceed in chat. Apologize.
Yeah, I'm going to send my email
this.
and then we can continue. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, thank you so much. I would like to invite our next presenter, startup Perovska Solar AG. I hope I pronounced correctly. It's our winner of Unicorn Pitches in Switzerland. Anand, are you ready to pitch?
Yes, can you see the slides? Is it there yet?
Yeah, and presenters mode, please.
It's okay? Makes sense?
Yeah, now it's
Okay.
fine.
Thank you. So quickly, let me start the clock so that I'm on time. Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Anand Verma, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Perovska. And I'm a printed electronic expert with more than 15 years of experience. And it's a spin-off of EMPA. It's a Swiss Federal Laboratories of Material Science and Technology. And today I'm going to share our vision to enable a solar cell on every device. So today we are surrounded by billions of electronic devices which continuously needs power. This means when we go home, either we put our smart watches or smartphones or earpods on charging. And imagine this with the advent of Industry 4.0, there would be millions and millions of more electronic devices, interconnected devices, and power-hungry devices. So we can imagine a job profile in industry for a battery changer. That would not be a nice job profile. But this issue can be solved with a very elegant solution called solar cells. That's what we have developed. We can fully customize a solar cell, which works efficient indoors where you're sitting now, and is easy to adopt because of our innovative technology, patented technology that we did in last 5 years. If you compare it to a traditional silicon solar cell, it gets 3 to 4 times more power. And if for an user like us, this means if you have a smartwatch which runs for 14 days, it will run for 18 days, or in power saver mode, 48 to 64 days. In many cases, it will enable really new functionalities that we don't imagine. Like if you're hiking in the Alps and run out of battery, just put your smartwatch like into the sun and it will charge. We are talking about a very big market here, several $1 billion just when we talk about smartwatches, which is increasing. If you see my screen, it's a smartwatch and it's a solar cell. In my hand, it's a printed solar cell. And this can be integrated on a watch and which can be powered to enable new devices. Going forward, that's what we do. We help our customers integrate the devices. This means we first work on a project phase where we enable the solar cells to be integrated, and then we move to production after that. We last year launched our first fully powered electronic device. As you can see in my hand, it's a UV sensor fully powered by a solar cell. There is no battery. This means we make devices autonomous. We are working with several market leading companies in the range of Apple and Samsung, and with many global players, multi-billion-dollar companies. We are generating revenues through NREs and pilot production, and our devices have been tested globally. So now we are expanding our production team and production capabilities to meet these requirements. That's the grand vision at Perovskite, to have a giga solar factory that we can commoditize solar cell. We will be a hidden power company generating billion watts with billion devices around. It's a nice team with like ultra experienced people in the team helping us realize this vision. And with this, I would like to thank you, and I'm open for questions.
Thank you. Good timing, dear judges. Usual procedure with questions. Luigi is very active today. The floor is yours.
Hi, Luigi.
Hi. Thanks for the presentation. I was just wondering if you could explain me a bit more about the user experience. So I'm gonna buy this panel. What should I do? I have my smartwatch. Like, let's make an example. As I'm a normal user. What should I do?
You have to do nothing. You have to just wear a smartwatch, and wherever you go out, it will keep charging. When you are sitting indoors, it will keep charging. That's the innovation, that the solar cells keeps charging indoors with indoor lighting conditions.
But is it something that I can attach on the
No, it will be, it is a B2B market, as I mentioned.
Okay.
B2B, this means Samsung, Apple's will be our customers. And that's what I said, that we are working with several market leading OEMs, and they are in touch with us. That's why we develop these beautiful shapes for them. It will be integrated with the display, and then you have to do nothing. You are just a user having a very nice feature.
Perfect. Sorry, I missed that part in your presentation.
No,
Thank you
no
a lot
problem.
for explaining that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Any other questions or suggestions? Okay, thank you, Anand. In case of any questions, feel free to reach out in a private chat.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. I would like to invite our next presenter, Startup Truck Bar. It is the winner of the Unicorn Pitches in Visegrad. Stefan, are you
can
ready?
you hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect. Well then, let me make you guys all a little smaller so I can see what I'm saying here. Okay, hi. We are TrackBar, and we are basically your partner for connected fitness. The thing is, in the fitness industry is actually that connected fitness became the most crucial part for success over the last couple of years. We probably all know Peloton, it became really big, all these new players, connected fitness mirrors, fitness apps. But what's about the traditional players here? The traditional players who like manufacture equipment, the gyms, all actually didn't invest much into connected fitness technologies. And that's the reason we are here. Because what we do with TrackBar is we provide those players, the traditional players, with connected fitness technologies. And we take the products that they already have and fast forward them basically into this digital era. We do this with two products we sell. One is called Curve Workout. The Curve Workout focuses mostly on manufacturers and gyms, where we digitize the machines in the gyms themselves. And one product is mobile, that's about body weight and free weight exercise that we digitize. Looking at the first one, how does it work? As I said, we digitize, we connect, we gamify, and we retrofit every machine that is in a gym or that a manufacturer of a machine chips into a gym. It's actually, one part of it is a sensor that you can see down here, actually attached to a machine. But actually for the users, the sensor doesn't matter much. It's about how to use it. What is the experience? And the experience is actually that you log in with your own smartphone. You can select what kind of exercise level you want to do. You can customize your workout, and then we actually guide you through the whole process of working out. So we have your range of motion defined. You actually guide this little ball that you can see through the curve or wave, however you want to call it, to actually get a perfect workout experience. We sell to gyms for 350 euros directly with a yearly fee of 500 euros for software. And actually from there on, we always get upsell gamification, marketing, community features. Our biggest market is, however, actually selling to the partners directly. So to manufacturers like ErgoFit, we actually built up a huge pipeline with this product. We launched it in April and are currently discussing, like these 4 deals are currently in negotiation and a lot of other pipeline following. So huge traction on this product over the last 1.5 months, actually. But we also have the other tracker, the mobile tracker, where we go about free weights and bodyweight exercises. It's a product that is mostly AI powered, but we do all analysis with our AI. We sell it completely white labeled. For example, in this case with ErgoFit, who already have the product. You there went on bodyweight exercises that we do, and they launched it in April. And since then, actually quadrupled their their initial order already. Yeah, we sell that product. The left product is Curve Workout. The right product is the mobile one. We sell that for 86 euros with a limited feature size of exercise we can track, and then we upsell additional exercises here to apps and manufacturers. In sports, I like to say we win as a team. So on the left-hand side, you can see the team. On the right-hand side, you see our investors that we see as part of our team. It's Reflex, Mike High, Jim Chain, Gannett Singer, and AI Startup Incubator. And yeah, we are currently raising seed. Happy to talk about that as well. And these are my contacts. Feel free to reach out or ask me directly now.
Thank you, Stefan, for
Thanks,
perfect
Julia.
timing.
A pleasure.
Dear judges, yeah, I see the first question from Luca.
Very cool presentation. I'm wondering, is it mostly focused, or at the moment it's only focused on B2B? Are you also thinking to expanding into B2C? So kind of targeting all the, say, on-street sports like in COVID, jogging, etc., to build communities?
Actually, we were thinking about the approach. And so how we see ourselves is we see ourselves as technology providers. We focus only on B2B. However, it doesn't say that we're never going to go in this area. It's about going with other partners. So they're huge fitness as being incredibly good at that. We are good at technology, providing technology and AI systems. So for us, it's about providing sensors and AI to those partners in that case. So, but we ourselves will always be B2B.
Yeah.
Thank you. The next question from Kai.
Hi, thanks, Stefan.
Hi,
Kai. Cool stuff there. I've seen and used something like this, or maybe it was your product in a gym a couple of months ago.
That's cool.
I have a question on your actual sensors, your hardware. Can you talk about the margins that you're realizing there right now, and what you expect that to be in the future as you scale?
The margins we expect. This picture is recorded and on YouTube available. I would not mind talk about the margin in private. To be honest, it's not too bad.
Cool. But you see that scaling.
I see the scaling. Yes, exactly. I mean, the good thing also for manufacturers, we have a hardware product with manufacturers also to say that maybe it's recurring sales. So we sell them every single year. They sell machines, like thousands of machines every year, and increasing on that, and we increase it with that. So actually all that is recurring for us. What's the lifetime of one of these sensors at the moment? Well, with the ones that we integrate, of course, with the machines, it's a much longer lifetime. That's about lifetime is like 3 to 5 years. Is like the lifetime of a normal machine. So 3 to 5 years is a normal machine lifetime. But the good thing for us is we upsell software, and of course, that's what we make money on the second path. Cool. It's one time plus software recurring. Cool. Thanks so much. Pleasure, Kai. Pleasure. Thanks.
Thank you so much. We have time for a very quick question from Gaia.
Thank you, Julia. Stefan, thank you for presenting us your project. Most of the questions were asked by Kay and other judges. My question would concerns because I haven't seen your competitive landscape. Can you tell us, can you elaborate us about your competitive landscape, and of course, about what makes you special?
Okay, competitive landscape. Our biggest competitor is actually Sony. They have a company called Gym in their portfolio, so it's a company within Sony. It's called Gym. That's our biggest competitor out here. Market-wise, there is big companies called eGym, which go in a similar direction, but are actually so high priced that they are their own gym manufacturer themselves. We go with all manufacturers who don't have any technology at the moment. So the only competitor we have is actually the real one, Gym by Sony. So I didn't get the second part.
Well, the second part is about what's your competitive advantage.
Oh yeah, technology is one of the big ones. So our technology that we have, that we go in both directions, mobile and machines. And the way we work on the machines, we work actually completely battery powered, and we work on radar technology. So completely independent of all the stuff that's happening in the gym with dust, dirt, and all these things that our competitor have.
Thank you for answering my question. All the best in your future.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Likewise. Take care.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Stefan. And we are moving to our next presenter. It's startup Lilo from Germany.
Actually, greetings from Barcelona. We are at the Start Summit, right? EU Start Summit. So let's share the screen. This one. Okay.
And presenters mode.
So, do you see the presenter mode?
Yeah, perfect. If you're ready, we are ready.
Yes, I'm ready. So let's start. This is Leah. Leah is woken up at 6 by her iPhone. At 10, she had the first Zoom meeting with her boss. After work, she cooks the bolognese from chefkoch.de. Then she watches Netflix and goes to bed. This is how the typical life of a typical person looks like in 2022. Digital and connected. But what about people who can't use easily a smartphone or tablet? I'm talking about our grandparents. 11 million seniors just in Germany still don't use the internet, and the consequences are dramatic. Not being able to Zoom with family or seeing services like banking getting available just online leads to loneliness and isolation. But why are older people overwhelmed by the internet? What we have learned is that the core problem is the operation. And that means that every website and app have another look and feel. From the perspective of older people, the internet looks like pure chaos. But we have the solution. The Lilo tablet makes well-known apps like Wikipedia or WhatsApp 100% senior friendly. What's the difference to other competitors? If we click on YouTube on Lilo, YouTube looks like this. Large fonts, clear colors, no distracting ads, everything is senior friendly. And on competitors, you will see the normal YouTube. The Lilo tablet is available in a subscription which includes everything you need to get online. And the best, every account such as Zoom is not only created, but also completely set up. And our customers love Lilo. We have a 90% conversion from our trial months to the annual subscription. And this is one of our favorite customer reviews. Waltraud, 74 years old, has taught herself how to use her new induction stove by watching a YouTube video. How can Lilo provide all these services? Lilo is not a hardware, Lilo is a software company. We rent hardware, install our software, add multiple services, and rent the whole package to the customer. But the team is most important. This is Vitaly, our CEO, former programmer in Silicon Valley. Sebastian, 21 years old, but has been programming since he's 7. And I, Felix, I have my background in marketing. And we have tested Lilo with over 300 seniors, and we definitely learned to think like them. Why don't older, lonely people use social media to stay in touch? Why don't older people in wheelchairs use online shopping? And why don't older people which are bored in retirement homes spend their time on YouTube? Let's create a world in which everyone can participate in digital progress, just like Leah.
Thank you, Felix, for being in time. And I see the first question from Fausta.
Hey, thank you for the presentation. Maybe I am part of your target, so I am particularly interested. No, I am a tech person, so I think I can do it. But I wanted to know which is your go-to-market strategy.
Yes, and we did several marketing tests, and we find our go-to-marketing strategy is through the relative of the seniors. So our customers are the children between 50 and 65 years old, and we will target them with online marketing. In the beginning, we focus full on Google.
But do you plan also to do some kind of B2B2C using, for example, retirement homes or something like that?
Yes. So at the start, we focus on Google, but we are also in talks with Home Instead, the biggest outpatient care provider in the world, to have a sales cooperation with them. And we also have very good talks to tailoring. This is like a company which has 1,900 electronic stores in Germany, and this will be the third marketing channel we will focus on.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The next question from Michael, please.
Thank you very much. I just want to make sure I didn't confuse this. So this is a hardware solution that includes your software, your display software. Is that right?
Yes, it is. But the hardware is not ours. We don't manufacture the hardware. So we do the software, we install it on top.
So you could use this on any iPad or tablet?
Exactly. This is what we plan for next year, to do the same with smartphones. Because for us, it's literally no difference what Android device we take as a baseline.
So given that your marketing is to their kids, or I should say to our kids, how are you going to, isn't there a problem of the oldest population having the dexterity and also the will and also the knowledge? You know, I taught this kind of thing for 5 years to older people. And, you know, basically they don't know the first thing about anything when it comes to computers. I mean, literally. So do you have a plan for kind of how you get them to use it? And thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Yes, we do. Like the special thing about Lilo, which was mentioned in the presentation, but it's easier shown actually in a demo, is that literally everything looks the same in Lilo. So whether you look at, like you use YouTube, or you're in the camera app, or you're in the gallery, or you're looking at the Wikipedia article, it literally looks the same. So, because what we figured out, it's not the point that our grandparents are not able to learn like one app, but the problem is that literally every app looks different. And this is something where we say, of course, you still need like a little bit help, right, to get started with the first app. And we always recommend YouTube because it's the easiest way to see the fun right away. And then we're getting along by themselves. This is what we experienced so far.
Are you going to limit it to seniors? I mean, it would seem like this would be of interest to other populations. Is this just an entry point?
This is just an entry point. We got this idea multiple times, yes, exactly. But we start with elderly people because we could have there the biggest impact.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so sorry for interrupting you, but still we are out of time and you can proceed in chat. Thank you. It was Startup Lilo. I would like to invite our next participant, Startup Augmentus. It is the winner of the Unicorn Pitches in Luxembourg. Daryl, are you ready to pitch? Yeah,
hi, Julia, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can see you.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, you can start.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Julia. Thank you so much for having me here today. My name is Daryl. I'm one of the co-founders of Augmentus. Augmentus is the world's easiest and fastest way to program industrial robots without code, without CAD, to achieve high return on investment. Prior to starting Augmentus, my co-founders and I spent years developing and deploying robotic systems for large multinational companies. And that is when we realized that robots today are very difficult and heavily fragmented. High expertise is required. It's heavily fragmented. Different robots have different programming languages, and it's long downtime, on average 4 to 6 weeks of average downtime just for programming. And this leads to a high cost in robot operation and deployment, where close to 70% of the cost of robot ownership lies in programming and integration. So that is why my team and I came together to build Augmentus, where we pioneer no-code robot programming to enable development and operation of robots in minutes instead of what would normally take weeks or even months. So here's how the process flow of Augmentus works. The user scans the environment to digitize it within a few seconds.
And after they digitize it, our full stack automation platform will allow the user to generate very optimized robot paths and waypoints within a few seconds. Normally, this would take days or weeks for an experienced expert. You can do the simulation all done on the software. And once you're satisfied with the simulation, you can then run wirelessly to the industrial robot. And as you can see, you can do automation in a few minutes. And this entire process will normally take weeks or even months for an experienced expert. It's built on years of R&D and patents. We already have extensive robot partnerships with some of the world's largest robotic arm manufacturers to date, multimodal 3D scanning, and many more technologies baked inside the platform to date. And compared to our competitors, our proprietary technologies around 3D scanning, auto path generation allows us to be over 20 times faster than competing conventional solutions. Our business model is an annual licensing model, so we charge on a per year per robot cell, and we have 50K lifetime value per license to date. Our go-to-market strategy is to target aerospace, automotive, and supply chain industries, and there's 708K robots in operation in these industries with a $12 billion market opportunity. So commercial traction today, we already have 19 clients with some of the world's largest manufacturers like Hyundai, Fujitsu, P&G, Johnson & Johnson, ST Engineering, and we already are beginning global expansion across different regions in Europe, US, and in Asia as well. So we have 6 SI resellers in those respective regions as well. And we have pipeline 496 licenses to achieve a pipeline ARR of $5 million. So we are on a journey to make robotics simplify, and we hope that you'll be able to join us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Daryl, for being in time. Dear judges, any questions or suggestions? Yeah, I see the question from Gabriel.
Thank you, Julia. Great presentation, really exciting. My question is very quick, very simple. Until which stage should the programming of robotics then go to a more complex stage? I mean, your solution will help until what stage that will need more hardcore developing, no? Or you are covering the whole procedure, right?
That's an excellent question. Yeah, that's an excellent question. So actually for us, we're targeting more complex applications to begin with already, because that requires a lot of extensive and long downtimes in programming. So things like surface treatment, things like welding is actually very, very complex in the industry, and we're already covering those to begin with. But to answer your question, yes, there's even more complex, like PLC programming and so on. So those require system integrators for now, but we're actually in the midst of integrating those PLC programmings into our platform. So the future is that everything can be done on our software, but we're starting off with robotic motion planning to begin with. Does that answer the question, Gabriel?
Yeah, very exciting. Thank you. Congrats.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. The next question from Gaio, please.
Thank you, Julia. Great presentation. Are you a professional pitcher? Because you encompass almost everything that that concerns us for this event. I mean, my question would be then, what about your invention in terms of patenting? Have you patented your invention so far, or you're in the process?
Yes, it's patented. So I think there was a slide, sorry, 3 minutes presentation, a bit tough, but there was a slide around patents and research. So we actually spent many years in the lab building this solution out for robotics. Yeah, so it's patented across, it's a global PCT patent. Yeah.
So my additional question would be, if you raise money from this event, how are you going to spend it? What would be the way in terms of spendage? Like, are you planning to spend on the update of your software, improvements, or testing, or it would be more on go-to-market strategy?
So we already raised a seed round in 2020. So we are looking to raise a Series A round probably end of the year or early next year, because we actually have quite a fair bit of revenue coming in, and that allows us to have a runway. But the main reason why we're fundraising is really to scale license deployments and commercialization. So we already have clients, I think I mentioned before, like Hyundai, like P&G, and so on. So we're actually looking to deploy the solution more into the clients and upsell. That's number one. And number two also is to expand our system integrator resellership across European and US regions. I think these two are the particular ones that we're focusing on next year. Yeah.
Great. As far as scaling concerned, what value did your incubation programs have given you? Like Startup X, as I saw and Alexander Grove Football. Did you get any value in terms of mentorship, product development, and financial support as well?
In terms of
from them, you know, from your accelerators and incubation program that you have completed.
Definitely, yeah. I think because we're based in Singapore and we also are currently right now moving towards the Europe side, we have had a lot of support in terms of mentorship and guidance as well. I think they also did a lot of commercial B2B linkaging and that helped a lot, yeah.
Thank you very much. I would leave it up to Gary to ask you additional question. All the best.
Thanks, Gary.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. And a quick question from Gary Fowler.
Yeah, so no, I like what you're doing. You know, we've been involved in PLCs and robotics for quite some time. So one thing, just contact me after this. I'll put my information in. I work with the Pusha family office, and I also work with Bosch. So they work with us in terms of investments and things, and I'd be happy to, you know, this is very interesting for those folks.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I'll definitely reach out to you, Gary. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks.
Thank you so much. It was Startup Augmentus. And I'm inviting our next presenter from Finland, Startup AirSpotter, and wonderful Henri.
Thanks, Julia, and great to be here. Hold on a second, I share my screen.
Yeah, I see your screen, and please promote presenters mode.
Can you see my screen now? Okay.
Yeah, wonderful.
Okay. Hold on a second. Hello all. Think back to your last Google search. Google has a massive amount of information, but Google gave you just what was relevant to you. At AI Spotter, we do the same with video, delivering you only the highlights from the video that you care about. We can take hours of video and within seconds return only the highlights or key moments you care about. AI Spotter enables professionals to turn massive amounts of recorded and streamed video into usable and shareable information that helps them to make better decisions, delight fans, and even predict the future. So AI Spotter makes it possible to pinpoint the highlights from any camera with any setup instantly and from multiple sources all at the same time. And even more, we can combine third-party data like Opta or Sportradar data with video. Let me give you an example how we have worked with our customers in sport streaming and broadcasting. Last year, we had Euro 2020 football championships, and from the live football match, we were able to return within 5 seconds goal scored to Wiley Arena platform to share the highlights to the audience. And this was fully automated process. And how we differentiate with the competitors, we are the fastest in analyzing events and highlights from any video and produce video highlights and clips automatically. Our competitors, they have a team of people manually coping through video, looking for the key highlights. We find them automatically. And this is a huge market with a huge need. Video highlight footage for sport matches used to promote games across social media platforms. It's a 5 billion analytics market currently and projected to hit 15 billion in 2028. And there are two drivers behind the growth, Gen Z and millennials and technology. They are consuming content with their mobile devices and prefer short highlights. Technology enables this change and with 5G and AI development.
Henri, we lost the connection maybe because I can't hear you. It seems that some technical issues. Yeah, now I see the presentation. Please proceed further. can stop sharing and then.
Can you
Henry,
hear me
we
now?
can't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we
Yeah.
hear you.
Sorry
Yeah.
about that. Something.
Yeah, we hear you, Henri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hear and see your screen sharing.
So we are growing fast now. Last year we had 125 revenue, and this year we are looking for 750,000 revenue, from which we have now committed 20%. And we have in the pipeline over 20 companies, and our go-to-market strategy is that we contact our customers, use our network, and find them and meet them in fairs. And we have customers like Wiley from Finland and SoccerWatch from Germany and in sport streaming and broadcasting business. But there are other sports, documentaries, and other sport smart city sector like security waiting for us. And our business model is based on SaaS model, and we charge from our customers monthly based on volumes. And bringing this to the world, we have very technical and experienced team. I have working in business development and operations over 20 years, and my co-founder Sami, he has PhD and over 20 years experience in machine learning and computer vision. And Timo has over 25-year experience in large infrastructure sales and development, including HP and Nokia. What Google did for internet searches, we are doing it with video highlight footage, making the search and use process both instantaneous and automatic. With that, I'm happy to take any questions you might have. Thank you.
Thank you, Henri. Yeah, and I see the first question from Michael Konev.
Yes, hi. I actually spent over 10 years in this sports space, including video.
Okay.
My question really has to do with media rights.
Yes.
So you don't own the rights to anything, I assume.
Yes.
So you are really selling a device to sports video providers, or perhaps even teams and leagues. Is that right? Is that what you're selling?
Yes, exactly. So we don't own any rights. We use our customers' data to create video highlights, and we can, in addition to sport streaming and broadcasting, we can sell our service to clubs and teams also, as the business model is expanding also to this direction at this moment that they want to have.
And how do you know how to create a highlight? So in a basketball game last night, there was a major play, last play of the game virtually. How do you identify that?
So we agree with the customer what they want to find out from the video. We teach our algorithm find the predefined events from the video. Like we have Wiley as a customer, every time goal was scored, we create a 30-second clip from that event. And that is based on our own algorithm, and that's one of the features how we differentiate with our competitors.
Okay, I would just say that's the goal highlight is the low-hanging fruit, and there are many highlights that maybe defy categorization or make it harder. So
we do also corner kicks and sort of dead ball situations, and also, as I mentioned, we can combine data with video, like Opta data or sport data with video.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And one quick question from Gaia, please.
Hi, thank you, Julia. Well, my question would concern more about your traction. I mean, you have already said that you generated 136K and that you have changed, that you're in the process of moving to entertainment and security industries. Can you tell us a bit about that? And of course, do you have some beta contracts when that transfer or movement happens? And also would like to hear more about your business model in more details. Can you elaborate on that as well? Thank you very much.
Okay, yes, thank you. I'm happy to tell about the traction. So last year we did traction based on sport streaming and broadcasting business and security business, and that went like 30 to 40 split, and they were based on contracts that those revenues. And our business model is that at this moment we are looking for SaaS model, and we charge from our customers sometimes setup cost, and then our licenses or monthly fee is based on volumes. And the volumes what we charge from customers in the long run there are thousands of video highlights to analyze in a month. So
so the aforementioned forecast within your PowerPoint slides that you are going to have it by the end of this year, 750K,
yes,
as I presume,
yes,
are based on these demands.
Yes, yes. That 750 revenue estimation is based on the pipeline, what we have now, and we have in the pipeline over 20 sport streaming and broadcasting companies now, and on the pipeline there are coming POCs that what we work with the customers and then create value for them and get revenue for us.
Additionally, so that I can understand the holistic picture, when exactly you have started your operation? When generally you had the commencement with your operations? How long you have been operating?
We have started our business 2018, and at the beginning we started a business sport analytics, but we were unfortunate. COVID came and that killed our business, so we pivoted a year ago for sports streaming and broadcasting, and focusing on that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
thank you for your answer. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andreen. It was a startup air spotter. And before I'll announce our next participant, I would like to remind our judges, official judges and expert board participants, as well as business angels, to evaluate all the startups. There is no any confirmation button. You can change your mark until the voting will be closed. So please be active and help us to reveal the founder. So our next startup is DFX from Switzerland. And I would like to invite Jonas for presentation.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me. I hope you can hear me and you can see anything.
Yeah, perfect.
So, yeah, thanks for having me. I'm Jonas Thurman, the founding member and COO of DFX. And we are actually a neo broker for DeFi assets, so for assets in the decentralized finance space. Probably a wrong timing at the moment, but it doesn't really matter because we are earning with our fees in a bull market and in a bear market. So what is the problem? So we are building on top of the DeFi chain protocol. The DeFi chain is a DeFi protocol based on the Bitcoin code. So it's a fork of Bitcoin, the most secure blockchain out there. That's why we decided to build up on top of DeFi chain. And before DFX, it was quite complicated to invest in DeFi chain assets. So there were several steps involved to get actually a funds onto DeFi chain. And it was very, very hard for businesses, for B2B clients to invest in DeFi chain at all. So what we have built is a financial intermediary. So we are holding a Swiss financial intermediary license. And basically what we are doing, we are offering a fiat on and off ramp. So clients, so B2C clients and B2B clients can invest in DeFi chain with a simple SEPA bank transaction. Additionally, we are offering a staking service, so you can also stake. So what we are actually doing, we are creating masternodes for our customers, and then they can earn staking rewards through DFX. That's our product. So basically, it's a non-custodial wallet. So we don't have any access to the funds of our customers. We are just exchanging their money and then sending the money or the funds to their wallets. Another feature is that we can offer this service without doing KYC until 900 euros per day. And with our smartphone wallet, users are able to earn passive cash flow through staking and liquidity mining right on the DeFi chain. So this is a little bit about the market size. Probably now it's a little bit lower because of the drop in the last couple of days. So the entire market cap of DeFi is around about $160 billion at the moment. And of course, we want to be part of it. That's a little bit about our competition. There are centralized competitors and decentralized solutions, but especially the decentralized solutions are either focused on one single coin, like Bitcoin, for example, or not live yet, like Unstoppable Finance. But of course, there are large and massive competitors with centralized solutions like Crypto.com. A little bit about our achievements. So far, we have transacted like 36 million euros in the last 8 months. So this is our entire transaction volumes for buy and sells. Also, we are offering like a staking service, and there we have like 7 million euros assets under management, more than 13,000 app downloads, and received a funding of 500,000 euros from the community fund of DeFi chain. So that's basically a decentralized fund, and we applied to those funds, and we didn't need to give away any shares. So we still hold 100% of our shares. This is our growth of the last couple of months. So the last 2 months, we processed a transaction volume of more than 9 million euros per month. Of course, we couldn't grow any further because of the recent drop in the crypto markets. This is our roadmap. So in the next couple of weeks, we will implement a live API to coin tracking. Coin tracking is basically the most famous and popular tool when it comes to text documentation, which is key in the crypto markets, especially for our customers. So they provide a proper text documentation for the tax authorities. And of course, we want to offer crypto-to-crypto payments so that we can offer our service really global. And yeah, that's our plan for this year. This is our core team. So basically 6 founding members. You can see the real pictures on our website. Crypto is a little bit different, so that's why we use these avatars. But of course, we can show our pictures on our website. In total, we are about 15 FTEs, and in the broader team, like 25 people.
Thank you so
much for your attention. Merci.
Thank you. It's time for questions and answers. Yeah, I see the first question from Luca.
Mastercard.
Well, it's closer to the industry. So I have 2 questions. First of all, what is your plan for the geographic expansion? So you mentioned you have a Swiss intermediary license. And the second question, you mentioned that you do not have to do KYC up to a limit of 900 euros. Yes. So do you offer KYC? Because I see it as a factor for scaling if you, so the volumes you represented, does it also include KYC customers?
So yes, to KYC. So we have an entire KYC process, transaction monitoring. We are using blockchain analysis tool. So of course we need to do KYC, otherwise it's impossible. And regarding the expansion, so right now we are limited to the SEPA region, just because we are offering just SEPA bank transactions as a payment option. But of course we want to go global with these crypto-to-crypto payments.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So the next question from Gabriel, please.
Yeah, thank you, Jonas. Great presentation. I have a few doubts. If you can guide me. For example, I see it's a great moment for doing this, like offering the access to DeFi to people and companies. My question would be: I think it's inevitable that everything will shift to decentralized assets or decentralized solutions. So you will be in that transition, obviously helping being the intermediary, right? But how you will mitigate the risk once, maybe that's too far, but once everyone is decentralized or basically won't need, let's say, your solution, or correct me if I'm wrong, eventually you still will need to be that connector, correct, between traditional finance and DeFi, right?
Yeah, I mean, we have many plans in mind. So of course we want to implement more blockchains so that people really can interact with the DeFi chain. So for example, coming in from Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and so on. And there's no direct bridge. I mean, not as of now. And of course we will develop further, and especially, I mean, there are so many opportunities to like earn cash flow on your cryptos in DeFi. So I mentioned shortly our staking service, for example, that we offer to our customers. So there are more than enough ideas and solutions to have a business model, even as a centralized application here. And also, I mean, I mentioned it, we really want to be the address when it comes to DeFi, when people want to invest in DeFi assets. So really on a mobile first approach here with a smartphone wallet.
Great. Thank you, Jonas. All right, good luck.
So thank you so much. Let's move to our next startup. Thank you so much for presentation. It was Startup DFX. And our last but not the least startup, Sublime, and wonderful Holly. It's great when women founders joining our events.
Of course. Let me know if you can see the presentation.
Yeah, we can
Perfect.
see.
Hi guys, I'm Holly Stevens and I'm the founder and CEO of Sublime. And like every single person watching this pitch, you probably use social media, you watch training videos and share videos with your team every single day. In the next 3 minutes, I'll tell you why 120,000 people have joined Sublime and why a team is going to grow the business to over 3 million in annual recurring revenue by the end of 2023. I had a YouTube channel, a marketing agency, and I've worked in Google, Xerox, creating videos for marketing launches and training videos. I needed to increase engagement by adding subtitles and editing the video in the right size format as it increased engagement by 80%. However, the process is awful. It's tiresome and it wastes a heap of hours. Sublime is the solution. It's an easy way for anyone anywhere to resize, transcribe, add subtitles and translate videos and podcasts. And we support up to 67 languages. We're a SaaS business for SMBs and larger enterprises. And the problem exists no matter what size of a company or team. We've closed some of the largest media content companies from Fremantle Media to Johnson & Johnson and Thomson Reuters. In 2 years, we have some pretty impressive traction with now over 120,000 users in 170 countries. And since moving to a paid model last year, we expect to achieve an annual recurring revenue of $500,000 by the end of the year. And that's actually based on recent growth rates of 18% last month. The market is ginormous, and just for starters, it's over 21.7 billion. And this is just the beginning. We will see Sublime move from a B2B SaaS platform on a free model to paid, and then onto our API and into more company environments, especially as there's more regulatory requirements in the UK, US, Canada, and Brazil. We know this is a competitive market. Rev is a traditional transcriber, and Adobe requires knowledge on how to use it and even years of training. And the other competitors just don't cut it for what our users need. We've won against those competitors as we are solving a particular problem, particular customer pain points. We have an incredible user experience and anyone in the organization can use us. No training is needed. We know what we want to do and how to get there. In the next 12 months, we will reaching $500,000 in annual recurring revenue. Plan to get there by investing heavily in marketing and sales to reach that goal. We're the team to make this happen. We've worked together for over 3 years from the beginning. And even better, the leadership team consists of 3 women. Our backgrounds span Google, Intuit, Hired, and creating our own startups. So join us on this round as we achieve $500,000 in revenue this year. We are raising up to 1 million. Loyal VC, Wayra, and 27V have already invested. Half the round is closed. And thank you for your time. And I look forward to all your questions.
Thank you, Holly, for the perfect timing. Yeah, I see the first question from Gaia.
Hi, Holly. Great presentation. I would get back to your targeted market. Can you tell us what's your serviceable, obtainable market? Since I have seen that your available market is quite big. So can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, sure. So our service addressable market is around 450 million that we're going after right now. And how we've broken that down is primarily focused on small businesses such as marketing teams and also organizational marketing and creating teams. And that is because they're constantly creating video, and we see that's how much they would spend on a subscription because they tend to go on a subscription for 3 people or a subscription from 10 to 25 people on average.
Very much for your answer. Good luck.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. The next question from Augusto, please.
Hello, Holly.
Hi, Augusto.
Holly, do you know the company WiseGut?
No, I don't. No, I haven't heard of them.
They do exactly what you do. They are starting in US with Brazilian founders. So take a look on them. And my question is about your pricing strategy. How much are you going to charge for, it's a SaaS, right?
Yeah, SaaS business and API.
How much would it be?
Yeah, so at the moment we have 3 price points. We have something called Pro, Premium, and Business that are monthly and annual subscription basis. And actually we see 80% of our revenue comes from those annual subscriptions. So people sign up for those. How it's varied is $17, $39, and $162, depending on what subscription you are per month. And what we will start to do when we scale more into the enterprise pricing, as we only switched on pricing last year, we'll start to charge on a per user model. And with the API, that's on a one-time fee to sign up and then on a consumption basis.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question from Michael Conniff, please.
Yes, Holly. It looks really impressive. I guess, Mike, because I have a podcast and I kind of live and die with this stuff already, and I know how hard video is to handle. My question has to do with how you guarantee or how you promote the accuracy of the captioning, because as you know, even the best, transcription software can really be dicey, and I would almost say sometimes unusable. So how do you, I assume that you're using a transcription software. Is it your own? And how do you make sure it's accurate?
Yeah, great question. So what we tend to have is, especially for UK, US, and English-speaking countries, and France and Germany and Brazil, it's typically between 80 and 90%, but it always varies based on if there's outside noise and anything else going on. And we have a lot of variety of videos that come through Subbly. Yeah, 80 to 98% is what we typically see for those major countries. But we do plug in other providers to increase the accuracy. So we use some plugin tools for accuracy. With a small, nimble team of a seed round, we can't begin to compete with some of those other bigger players such as Amazon Web Services, Google, and so on. So we focus on the user experience of what our users particularly need. So you, as a podcaster, you would need, you not just need the accuracy, but you need other features for your podcast. And that's what we pride ourselves on as well.
Okay, I would say that even a 94, 95% is, still means a lot of errors actually. So I would, you don't have to answer this, but I would be a little concerned about how users are responding to what they perceive as mistakes in the product.
Yeah, so with ours also, just to clarify, the user we do the automatic transcription and translation, but the user can quickly use our product and edit as they need. And then the more edits that you make as an organization as well, you can also plug in your own organizational dictionary. So we improve the accuracy per organization as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we are in advanced step knowing who will be an absolute winner.
It was, yes, I'm here, Julie. I have heard everything. Startups, you did a good job. Now it's time to do a good job for judges. As Julia stressed many times, please vote for all the startups. Our algorithm cannot work correctly if you had not voted for all the startups. Because like all the startups had to get intention from all the judges, and please finish your voting. Please make sure that you had put marks underneath each startup at our event page, and we will be closing our votes in 40 seconds. And then I will talk a little bit to our official judges to find out who their favorite is, why is that. They will give very wonderful feedbacks as always, I'm sure. And startups, please make sure that you note what judges say, because some feedbacks are very, very, very essential and valuable. Okay, you will hear in 20 seconds some music, and the end of music means the end of voting. And then we will go step by step to announce who the winner is. We will disclose the guest voting, then goes business angels voting, then expert board voting, and then official judges. We will see who performed how in each category, and then the winner will be the mathematical winner who got the most out of the most categories. Okay. I see the clock has run down already. Can we have the music, please? The end of music means the end of voting. The music is on. And thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, now we are ready to see how did guests vote. Please put guest voting and our guests. You can see this yourself at the event page or follow the screen, doesn't matter, it's all live and happening just in front of your eyes. Very interesting. And the business angels, how did business angels do? That's something, right? You follow me? Okay. And now I'm very interested to see how did expert board vote. The expert board. Please show us the expert board voting. Now something strange is beginning to answer. Okay, now it's time to talk to our official judges. Let's start from the other way around. We started. Denis from France. How did France evaluate the startups? Please tell us, who did you like the most? Whose speech did you like the most? Or whose innovation did you like the most? Or what solution appealed to you?
I prefer the Perovskia because it's very innovative and the market is so huge and we need these kind of solutions at this time.
Okay, so they got the most, the 5 from you, right?
Yes.
You were general. Okay, that's very interesting. Thank you so much. And Fausta, please tell us how, from Italy perspective, how did it look like?
Actually, I really liked Augmentus because in Italy we are used to, food and fashion, and seeing something really manufacturing. As I started working in manufacturing, was very interesting to me. And I really liked also Lilu. I think they have a lot to do in terms of business model, go to market, and everything. But the idea of having someone look at the senior and what we call the third sector is very important. So in terms of impact, it could be really, really interesting.
Yes, thank you so much for your opinion. Kai, how did you like our selection of startups this time, and who did you like the most?
Yeah, very, very cool. It's quite the breadth again in terms of, you know, industries and verticals, and that's always super interesting. I like it a lot. I'm with Fausta, totally. Augmentus, both Augmentus and Lido are really interesting to me. You know, for various reasons, Lido addressing an audience that not everybody necessarily is thinking about, but there's definitely a market there. Augmentus seems to be on a really good traction path there. Very interesting to see where that goes. Also like FinAdvance. For you know, I'm a big fan of anything that tries to make our planet a bit more sustainable. So this is really cool.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We will see. How did you perform as a team, official judges? Because like I haven't heard too many things that match, but that makes it more interesting. Jana, from Northern Europe perspective of you, who did you like?
Yeah, I think all startups quality was exceptional. So great that you managed to get such great presenters, but I did like Augmentus the most. More like from pan-European perspective, I find low code, no code in general to be super interesting area. You know, like Andreessen Horowitz said, software is eating the world, but now the low code, no code is eating software development. But there's so many different solutions, like making basic code easier, but I haven't seen much on the robot like training. So they're taking innovation even the step further, I think, like complicating it further, and the IP is there. So I think that's a super impressive startup.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your feedback. Luigi, how is he okay?
I like Augmentus, but I'm not going to repeat. It's more or less the same feedback that Anna just shared with us. Other two startups that I liked were FinAdvance and Subly. Both really completely different from each other, but I like the opportunity, business opportunity that is behind both of them. So.
Wonderful startups. I hope you're noting down the judges that like you. You can connect, you can knock to them after the event, and I'm sure you will have many more wonderful feedbacks from them personally. And Luca, please summarize to us all.
Yes, very interesting pitches. Having a finance background, my eyes were obviously on Defects and Koala. However, I really liked the presentation and more the focus group of Lilu, and I think there's a lot of room to grow because I'm also always looking on that segment to think of how could we reach in a wider way that market. Also actually like the pitch of FinAdvance, because I think that's also another very interesting market to deep dive.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your feedbacks. It was really valuable. And now we are ready to see how did official judges voted, and then we will know who the winner is. Okay, official judges as a team had selected startups. See, guys, you all like Augmentus. Wonderful. And now, who is good in math can calculate already? I am not. I need my support team to show me who is the winner of the UK and Europe Unicorn Battle. Who goes directly to Unicorn Cup? And that is Augmentus. My tongue is twisting at the end of the day. congratulations, really congratulations. You have been noted by many, many judges. It's your moment of glory. Please speak up. Give us your feedback from the winner's perspective of you.
Yeah, hi, Anna. Thank you so much, everyone, for the kind words. Really appreciate it. I think the startups, I've been watching everything very attentively, and the startups presented were all really, really very good. I didn't expect to win, to be honest, because everyone really gave a really good traction and also a very good story, and really inspired and really humbled as well to be the winner out of all these amazing startups. So thank you so much. We'll definitely be reaching out to to all the judges and all the participants here as well. I would love to connect with you over LinkedIn, and if I have traveled to Europe side, we'll definitely love to have a cup of coffee as well.
That is wonderful. Congratulations. You have a little bit more than a month to get prepared for the Unicorn Cup, because you will be presenting the region, and this is very, very important startup ecosystem. So please be prepared. We are counting on you as Europeans. And thank you, dear judges. Thank you, dear startups. It's time to end up our event, and I'm looking forward to see you at our next event, which will be Asia Pacific, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, US.
Yes,
sure.
Asia Pacific, together with Australia and all those wonderful big and little countries are waiting for us next Thursday. So I will see you all online. Thank you so much for your time, for your votes, for your pitches. You are the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.